to another It's the DIY Project Show segment, installing pickets, stringers, and gates, part 6. In this part 6 segment, we're going to try to put a deadbolt up on the top of the 2x4s to keep the dog from jumping up on the gate and getting out. The bottom part over there, as you can see where this part is here, where I'll show you in a second, somewhere in between here and here, I'll be putting in the latches, but the deadbolt is going to go up there so I can lock anybody out from trying to get in. I've got 2 setups, one for the back gate and one for the front gate, and now I've just got to figure out how to mark these 5-inch deadbolts that were purchased at Lowe's. Home Depot don't have these. I don't know why, but Home Depot don't have them. But I may have to notch out some stuff here for the gate latch. I don't know yet. This one's not wide enough, the gap, and the one in front is too wide. So we got to open up this end and we got to close that end. But that's the whole fun of doing it yourself. As you can see, we put in our deadbolt, and it's working good. That'll keep the dog from jumping up on that fence or gate and popping it open. So, and I'll show you the one in the front. The one in the front a little bit got more of a spacer to it, but it worked. As you can see, we had to put a spacer in over here to keep it from but up there we didn't have to put a spacer in over there. I'll show you that in a second. Alright, as you can see, we put the other one in, and we've got a bigger gap in this gate, but I'm going to stick a spacer in between that gate, and we'll go from there. So I don't know what we're going to do yet, but I'm going to put a spacer in there. I think I'm going to put it on that right hand side and put a strip down it to fill in that gap. I think about a 2x2 will fit. I'll have to measure. What I'll do is I'll measure that from the 2x4 to the end of the deadbolt plate on the the right hand side. Okay. All right. I went to my local home center and got me a piece of 2x4 and had them rip it to 2 3/8 by 1 1/4. That's gonna take care of my gap. here's a video update. As you can see, I went to the local Home Depot and bought me 2 posts, plus I have a post in the back that was never put there. So there's my post settings, and as you can see, I have my decking, which I took yesterday and had them cut while I was picking up the 2 4x4 posts. So I may put a little gate in between the siding and the first post there, and then this part here is going to have its own poured concrete, which I think I'm going to use the stuff that I've got over here on the left hand side of me for it, because by the time I go to do my earthen dam, I'll have blocks of cement here. So alright, that's the update. Well, as you can see, I went to my local Home Depot and my local Lowe's. I had to go to Home Depot. Lowe's don't cut 4x4s. They don't have a saw to cut them, so I had to go to Home Depot. So I've got 6 61.5-inch posts. They were 8-foot posts. So I basically got 6 8-foot posts in the car and 2 bags of cement in the trunk. That's for the front porch project, which we are doing also. Alright, the car's unloaded and everything's peachy. As you can see from this shot here, I've got 2 buckets of dirt here. I had to fill in the holes. They're too deep, so, and the concrete's in the trunk, so I'm not going to take that out until I need it. But so far we've got 6 posts, and we've got enough joist hangers, and we've got the 4x4 hangers that are going to go in the cement. I've got to pick up 2 more at Home Depot tomorrow, so I'm supposed to have 6 of them all together. Alright, it was another trip to my local Home Depot. I had a couple of things that I had to take back that had some hinges and some screws, so I just took the in-store credit and bought some more pickets. Alright. Most interesting. It's not working. It's not going anywhere. seesaw, seesaw. Going blind. Going blind. That's it. I'll be going blind here. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Now, let's see what we got. Yeah, we got, all right. We got a problem. We got to come down and rip some more. We've got to rip some more because it's not all the way through. Do it that way. It ain't gonna work that way. All right, we gotta come down some more. We gotta come out some more. Yeah. Yeah. Sure we do. Jump. Looks like fun. Yeah. Sure. No problem there, eh? Right. 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 Yeah. Really. Let's go. Well, looks like it'll work. I'm just having a good old time here. will work. As long as we get the wood not to jump. Ah! All right. This is not good. It's not good. Not good at all. It's jumping, and it shouldn't be jumping. Alright, there's 36 pickets there that are going to go in this section here, around the corner and down. As you can see, this section here has got to be finished with the pickets over here. DUI project show segment. As you can see, the depth all-purpose spackle paste has been applied to the gap in the fence. It's been drying for about 30 minutes and it's hard to the touch, and I over spackled it so I could sand it, because when it shrinks it'll be level. And now I'll show you the spackled crack in the picket down at the bottom of this picket here. Alright, this is the spackled crack, and the original video that I was supposed to put up here was showing you the spackling of the latch hole and this picket crack, but I somehow deleted it while I was editing it, so this is a shortened version. This part here is what it looked like spackled. All in all, it came out pretty good, considering. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. I'll take some more video in the morning. Well, it's about noon, and this is an update on our spackled gate latch deadbolt gap. As you can see, it's drying nicely. It's still got some dry, it's got some wet spots still too, but this part here is going to have to be spackled down. So what I'm going to do is I may do it today. In fact, I think I'll do it right now. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to do this part here and a little here, because it's a little bit wavy right here. So what I'm going to do is take some of this spackle, which is this brand right here. It's this stuff here. It's an I've got this is an 8-ounce tub, but I've got a bigger one. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. What I'm going to do is, see that right there? That's the way it's going to stay, just like that. We're not going to mess with it. We're going to just leave it just like that. And then this area over here, we're gonna go like this. Butter it down, butter it down, butter it down. Get it over here by the hinge. Butter it over. I'll clean up the hinge in a minute. But it's sunk a little on me since yesterday, so no big deal. I'd rather have more spackle than not. No, I rather sand off more than have to add more to it. And that's what I'm doing here right now. I'm adding more to it. There we go. See that? That looks like about what I want. I'm going to come up top here, right about here. Whoops. Oh, we're losing our spackle here. Stuff's alive. Oh, now what? Okay. We're good still. We're good. See, I'd rather have more than not enough. And right now, she's looking good. In fact, that's after I get done with this, there will be 8 ounces total on this fence, this project. Let's see if we can do something with that. And let's see what we can do with that. And I've got a tub of warm water, soapy water, for the cleanup, but looks like we're going to be in good shape. I've got about just enough to do right where I'm going to end up, which is right there. Yes, sir, that looks like that's going to do it. Now, before I even try to sand this, I'm going to let it sit for about 2 or 3 days. Because that way it'll drive real good. I've got one more little section here. I don't know if this is going to work. This may and this may not. There we go. Right where I want it. Now, that's going to do it right there. There's a little spot right here. There we go. I got it. Now what I'll do is I'll clean up the hinge with the soapy water, and believe it or not, as you can see, that tub is empty. So there's 8 ounces of this Def all-purpose spackling paste in that hole. Now the cleanup is the fun part. Let me open up the gate and clean up this hinge. And that'll be it on that. See, now that's good. See, that's good the way it is. Let me All right. It's another do-it-yourself project show segment. As you can see, I went to my local home improvement center, picked me up some pickets and a DeWalt jigsaw, because this is going to be a lot easier than using the reciprocating saw to notch out that other gap in the other gate for the deadbolt latch. Alright, here's an update on our depth spackling paste back gate latch deadbolt patching. So far it's looking good, and this is the second day, and we got a rainstorm yesterday, and well, that really screwed up everything. What it did was it swelled up my picket right about here, and when I opened it up this morning to go to the home improvement center to pick up the pickets, I popped the cracked picket spackling patch, and now I'm going to use some Gorilla carpenter's glue to fill in that crack, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But that's where we're at now, and I don't know why. I think the reason why that spackling come loose down there was because when I had to push on the gate to get it open, because of the water swelled the picket, it popped my crack. So we'll show you that in a second. Alright, as you can see, my crack is opened, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bead of glue from about here all the way down, and then I'm going to pop it back in and see what we have. So we are going to do that right now. I have my glue, and it's Gorilla wood glue. See what we get. We're going to run the bead from the top here. Hopefully it's going to work, because I'm going to put a big bead right in here. Doesn't matter if it holds or hangs, but what we're going to do is pop this in and see what happens. It may all leak out, it may not, but it doesn't matter, because what does leak out, it's going to leak out. Alright, that's the update on the back gate latch deadbolt patching. Alright, there's 56 pickets there, and as you can see, we had a little bit of a rainstorm last night, so the pickets that got dirt on them got wet. But I picked up another 20 plus the 36 I had there, so I got 56 pickets plus this over here. I'll pan over here. This over here, I think what I'm going to do is, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and move all that garbage on top of that over there, or I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I may put it in buckets and spread it around somewhere, but I've got to clean that all up. So all right. Well, it's not a good day to do anything. I can't put up no pickets because they're wet. Plus the boards behind them are wet. So what I think I'm going to do is clean up this area here. All right, she's all cleaned up, ready for the pickets. And looks a lot cleaner than it was. And I couldn't believe it, but that tree that I cut down about 3 months ago or 6 months ago, it was actually sprouting new limbs. All right, this is going to be eventually double picketed from this wall over here, around there, round over here, to the back, which is over here, which was what we just cleaned up. That's all going to be picketed. That's all going to be filled in. And then it's going to be filled in up to that last post right there. And then I may go up a few, I may go about 8 feet up. And then that'll be it over here. But eventually this is where my 12 by 12 foot shed's going to be. Well, my workshop. An update on the Gorilla wood glue repair on the split picket. It says it takes 24 hours to dry, so by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning that should be harder than steel. And then I'm going to give one more update on our latch bolt depth spackling paste repair. All right, there's our picket repair, the dub bolt. This morning I had trouble getting out of the gate this morning. As you know, when it rained, it swelled up this part of the picket and I couldn't get out of the gate. All right, I've got to chip away some of this right here because it's binding me up. Alright, this is what we ended up with. We had to chisel out all that out of there, and well, that's what we had to do. Alright, this is the patch all the way up to a certain point. I should put some in here, but I'm not gonna. Alright, I'm gonna put a bead of this depth over that Gorilla Glue, and that's all she'll do. A couple of times I was supposed to show you the cleaning of the hinge, and every time I did, the battery would die. So what you're going to do is just take your little rag and you're going to just wipe it down. Spackle will come right off easy. In fact, I won't even have to wet this twice. I don't know why I had a problem with that up there at the beginning of this video, but for some reason that wood just swelled up after that rain we had, and it totally screwed up the top of my gate. So there she is, nice and clean. Well, that's what was clean the last couple of times. But the only problem with this this hinge is, as you can see, there's a bolt here, a bolt here. You cannot put a bolt here or here. Well, you could probably put one here, but you can't put one here either, because this is the pivot point. So you've only got this one, this one, this one, and this one. And as you can see, I have no meat here. So this will hold. Alright. As you can see, we have some more pickets. Yes. More pickets for the fence. Alright. I thought I'd show you from a different shot. There's 81 pickets there. 40 per side. There's two sides. And there's one extra. Well, while I have some time, I was going to show you what I got to sand. I got to sand from the bottom of that hinge, or the bottom of the latch, all the way up. That 4x4 is going to be sanded because it's all split, and I got to sand it all the way up to the top of the gate on this side. And I'll show you on the other side. I got to sand too. I got some 80 grit sandpaper. I'm going to sand everything from probably where the slit is right here all the way up. to the top of the 2x4, which is what we cut out just now. So